AEW Dynasty takes place this Sunday, April 6th in Philadelphia. So I will say this, the build up to AEW Dynasty has been a whole lot better compared to other pay-per-views. So this time around they had a better build up. Was it the best? No, but I have to give them credit for that. So let's look at these matches. So the first match, or not the first match, but John Moxley versus Swerve Strickland. This is going to be the main event, and this is for the AEW World Championship. I do not like John Moxley. I think he's the worst wrestler ever. I think he's just really bad. I think Swerve should win. Do I think Swerve's going to win the match? No, I don't think Swerve's going to win. It would be nice if they surprise us, but I don't think that's going to happen. So yes, and also I like Swerve, but I do feel like sometimes he does a little too much in the ring. And after last night, seeing Swerve and I can't think of her name, Swerve and Willow in a tornado tag team match against Moxley and Marina, that was horrible. And just seeing Swerve and Moxley go at it last night, I'm not even really excited. I'm not excited about this match at all. Hopefully, they will surprise me, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I have no idea. With both of those guys in the ring, I think they're going to just do a whole bunch of crazy stuff and stuff that doesn't make any sense. So we shall see. Hopefully, I will be wrong, but I don't think so. The AEW International Championship match: Kenny Omega versus Mike Bailey versus Ricochet. Kenny Omega's going to win. Kenny Omega's going to win. He just won the title, and I don't see any of these other guys winning. The Women's World Championship: Toni Storm versus Megan Bayne. AEW has been pushing Megan Bayne. She's been dominating. And like I said in another video, when AEW, when they push wrestlers, they don't do it gradually. It just, they decide, whenever they decide they're going to push someone, they'll push them for a few weeks or a month. And then after that, they forget about them. So I'm going to say that Toni Storm's going to win. I think Megan Bayne does have potential, but I wonder why someone like Chris Statlander, why hasn't she won the Women's World Championship? Or even Willow. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense, but we shall see. Now, the Death Riders versus Rated FTR for the Trios Championship. This is another match that I'm not crazy about. I like FTR. I like Adam Copeland. I was going to call him Edge. But this program, I haven't really been crazy about it. And it doesn't even really seem like a program between these guys. And FTR, you know what? They were my favorite tag team. And just the downfall of FTR has just been really ridiculous. I just remember from maybe 2 years ago when they were over big time. And then also what's going on with FTR, that miscommunication and Dax acting crazy for no reason, just out of nowhere. It's like, I don't know. So I think FTR should win, or Rated FTR should win. But I think the Death Riders will retain because FTR, they're going to get into it pretty much, and Dax is going to really turn on them, I guess. That's what it looks like to me. And now the AEW World Tag Team Championship match: the Hurt Syndicate versus Big Bill and Bryan Keith. Of course, Big Bill and Bryan Keith, they're going to win. No, I'm joking. The Hurt Syndicate, they're going to dominate. And I don't even know why this match is on the card. I like Big Bill. I think there's a lot of potential, but Bryan Keith and Big Bill together, it's like, and they won because the whole thing about this, Bryan Keith and Big Bill, they were told by Chris Jericho told them to prove their worth. So 2 weeks ago on Dynamite, Big Bill and Bryan Keith, they challenged the Hurt Syndicate for their tag team titles, and the Hurt Syndicate said, "Hey, prove yourself." So Big Bill and Bryan Keith, they won a match on AEW Collision from last week. And then also on AEW Dynamite from last night, they beat up two jobbers, and it was just ridiculous. Why are you fighting against jobbers to prove yourself for the tag team titles at this point? is baffling to me. And it was funny because Big Bill, when he was getting ready to choke slam one of the jobbers, he was looking back at the Hurt Syndicate, or he was looking back at MVP and Bobby, like, hey, yeah, I got him. You see this? You see this? You're fighting against a jobber. That I don't know. That was just ridiculous. That the booking of that. But anyway, yeah, the Hurt Syndicate, they will retain their titles. And then also this match, I didn't even know about this match. And this is for the AEW TNT Championship. No time limit, no outside interference match. And that's Danny Garcia versus Adam Cole. I haven't really been I haven't these both of these guys are on AEW Collision, so I don't watch AEW Collision often. That's like once in a while. So I don't really know what's going on with with these guys. But I'm thinking maybe Adam Cole, maybe he will win. And I remember when, with Daniel Garcia, when his contract was up, I think it was last year, it was a big deal. It was a big deal for him to stay with AEW. And since he's been with AEW since last year, I know he had that program with MJF. I don't really see anything he hasn't been creating any buzz or anything. So I don't know. I think Adam Cole should win. So we shall see. And now this match right here, this is for the Ring of Honor World Championship, mass versus title match. So Chris Jericho versus Bandido. Um, I'm thinking that well, I guess because the mass is on the line, so I'm thinking Bandido will win this match. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe they will have some kind of shenanigan to get out of the match. Who knows? And then this match right here, Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight, and this is a first round match for the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. These tournaments, here we go again with these tournaments. Tony Khan loves his tournaments. It's like these tournaments, they don't mean anything. It's just like they just throw these tournaments together. Will Ospreay's he's gonna beat Kevin Knight. Yes, I think it's probably gonna be a good match, and both guys are gonna go overboard. And I hope it's not like a 20-minute match because there's no need. Kevin Knight was just signed with AEW, so I just hope that maybe it's like a 10 to 12 minute match. That's all we need. And then Julia Hart versus Mercedes Monet. And this is a first round match in the women's Owen Hart Championship, or women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. So Mercedes Monet, I think that she's probably gonna win. Mercedes Monet versus Julia Hart. I'm not even crazy about this match either. I'm not really a fan. I think Mercedes Monet, she came in with a lot of buzz, but week after week it just went down for me. Just the phony, just her just being phony in her promos, and just some of the booking has just been downright awful. So I'm gonna go with Mercedes. I'm gonna go with Mercedes Monet, like I said, but I think Julia Hart. I think that she should win. And out of all these matches, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look at. I'm looking at this card, and I don't see. I don't see any matches that really grab my attention. And I think this is maybe a first for me when it comes to these AEW pay-per-views. I don't know. I mean, maybe I guess like maybe for me, Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight, and then the Hurt Syndicate because they have been really good. But that's about it. It's funny because I live in an originally John Moxley and Swerve, but after seeing them on AEW from last night, I changed my mind. And I live close to Philadelphia, so I haven't been to an AEW show before. I want to go, but their pay per views are way too long. And I don't see myself sitting down for over 4 hours or 4 hours and 30 minutes for a show. And the fact that I have to work the next day, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, I'm thinking about it, but I don't think I'm going to make it. It would be nice to go, but their matches and their shows just go on way too long. And I think with this show right here, this should just be a 3 hour show. And I don't get it with all these, with some matches that are like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's just way too long. Now, if you're going to have like, okay, the main event, okay, maybe like 25 minutes. But if you have three matches or even four matches or five matches that are 25 minutes to 30 minutes long, that's just ridiculous. With the runtime of 25 minutes to 30 minutes for a match, four matches, five matches on a show, that's insane. And then the other matches 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, that's just too much, you know. I just really hope that AEW will turn it around with their shows and then also just with the booking overall because AEW has so much potential, but it seems like it seems like to me at least, it's two steps forward and then eight steps backwards. So we shall see. Please let me know. Will you be attending the show? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about AEW Dynasty? Take care and have a good one.